Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications before we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the Discord. Links are below in the description to our Discord and our free options trading group on Facebook. Just getting going this morning. We got the S&P's up 9. Dow's up 89, NASDAQ up 37 currently. If you're here right now, say what up. Good morning. A couple of minutes late this morning. I'm trying to brew my coffee. Kelly, good morning. David, good morning. So, let's see what we got. See what we got going on here. Tesla got upgraded. Let's see what we got. It's up 49. We'll see what happens. It was basing out here around 475 area, 474. Daniel, David. So Tesla's definitely interesting. But I don't know. I haven't been trading Tesla just because it's been too tough. Lion, Jeff, what's going on? Got a good short for you, PVH. Check it out. This does look like a good short to the lower 90s. What is PVH? Is it a open interest? Not terrible. I'll see what the volume is on these. They only have monthlies. Tesla got upgraded to 612. And yeah, Oppenheimer. So I'm trying to work on this. So our stock bot does tell us, our stock ratings bot did tell us it got upgraded. I got to figure out, I got to put in there how much it got upgraded by. I think that would be helpful information in here for our little stock ratings bot in the Discord. So it did pull that information in, but doesn't tell me how much it got upgraded by. And where and who? It did tell me who, but all right. So let's see what we got going on this week. If you're here right now, say what up. Let's go to. So we have a couple reports this week. Tomorrow we have consumer price index. Beige book on Wednesday, retail sales Thursday, weekly jobless claims on Thursday, and then we have the earnings, which I'm most interested in. J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs are the two on the top of my list, and then maybe Bank of America. I don't know. Bank of America. The stock doesn't really excite me that much. I like a little bit higher price stock, so JP Morgan. But if premium's high in Bank of America, I might go ahead and sell some premium on there. So right now, all eyes are on the phase 1 trade deal. So hopefully they China goes through with it. Everything's in there in the agreement that it says going to be in there. No surprises, and then it can just sign it and move on. But I am not sure. I am not sure what's gonna happen here. So looking for a trade in J.P. Morgan. IV's kind of on the lower end. Surprisingly, kind of just been stalling out here. Let's see what the weeklies are at. Yeah, pretty low for selling premium. Only 31%, 24% implied volatility on the weeklies. So that's gonna be tough. Let's see Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs a little bit better, but not very good. 36%, 37%. Yeah. So I'm not really liking. I like that it ran up before earnings because it has good potential to sell options for earnings, but I don't like the low implied volatility, which you can get easily screwed in when selling options for earnings. So that's definitely kind of a bummer. See Bank of America. Oh man, Bank of America is even worse. Bank of America. That 32.23% on the weeklies. Implied volatility at the yearly low. Bad. ACST, Will? Let's take a look here. Acosti Pharma? No. I mean, if you're trading penny stocks, which I don't, except for I did trade NIO a couple weeks ago, which I guess is a penny stock. You gotta sell the rips, not load up on the rips. You buy an accumulation and sell the rips. Like right now, you'd want to be a buyer. I don't know anything about the stock, but that's typically how the penny stocks go. Unless it does like one of these things, it goes from 218 down to $1. Then. But that's why you have to have a good exit strategy, no matter what trade you're in. If you're trading something like this, your stop loss maybe is 2, so you don't want to take too big of a loss. Yo, Rob, what's going on? How you guys doing? This morning? You guys ready for a wild week? I was not expecting that the market was going to be up this much this morning. I mean, we have the SPY's at 326. Let's see what Amazon is doing. Amazon's up a bit too. Boeing. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be 332 this morning. I knew it based on how the Dow was working last night. I even said in my video my video last night what I thought Boeing was going to be in here, and here we are. Here we are. But Boeing, I'm going to try to see if I can get a position on Boeing right now. When? I don't know. Let's see. I'll see. It might rip. I'm going to be looking for some consolidation. I'm looking to trade low and slow. Like I said in my video last night, I'm looking to kind of ease into the event here, not trade too big, kind of see what's going on. Right now, I'm long soybeans, which is kind of getting hit pretty hard this morning. So I think I'm only down like $20 in position right now. So, right now I'm long soybeans. It's kind of gave a little bit back, but we'll see what happens with that. I do have 40 days on that, so I'm not too concerned. Market is up on low volume. That's bearish most of the time. No, I mean the low volume. So a lot of times what happens, if you guys look at like 2017 was a super low volume, but a super bullish year. We just had a slow grind up, and there were no sellers. It's okay if it's low volume if there's no selling volume, but if selling volume kicks in, then you get that's when that gets destroyed. If there's low buying volume but no selling volume, that's one thing. But if there's if selling volume kicks in, usually volume kicks up because selling volume is so much more and so much quicker. Right now I'm anticipating that there's going to be some low volume due to the phase 1 deal. People like minimize risk. So like we were talking about last week, is one of the things is when you're putting together a trade is seeing what the variables are in terms of being profitable on that trade, right? And this week, one of the biggest variables is the phase 1 trade deal. So we think that it's going to happen. It could also not happen. So where do we stand on that? Have you ever used Interactive Brokers? I have not. NKRT is doing me well. 20 calls. Nice. So the only positions I have right now, I'm long BBBY. I was short BBBY, but my strangle has now turned into a long. So there's that. And yeah, I mean, Bed Bath & Beyond, I thought Bed Bath & Beyond, good thing I turned it into a strangle. I thought we were going to break a little bit lower here to like 12, but Well, pre-market doesn't mean a whole lot, but yes, on Friday we bounced back up to 1456, and now it's trying to break 15. Which I guess for my position right now, I kind of wanted to break 15 and move up to 17. That's kind of what I want happen this week for my position. I wanted it to hit 12, but now that we're leaning more on this direction, I have the 15 calls. I had the 13 and a half puts. I have the 15 calls, so I'm wanting it to move. I'm wanting it to move to close this gap. I want a candle like this from 15 up to 17. This would be the ideal candle here, but I don't know if we're gonna get it. I just can't believe people are loading up on Bed Bath and Beyond right here. But here we are. here we are. Oil's down a little bit. Michelle, you got the 14 and a half call and Bed Bath & Beyond. Nice. Yeah, I have 3 of the 15 calls and I have 3 of the 3.5 calls. So, oil's down a little bit. Looks like tensions with Iran. We're just gonna throw on some sanctions. Oh, also be aware when you're planning your trades. Let's say you're going into next week expiration. We have Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so be aware of that. January 20th. Markets close Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so we have one less day. So if you're buying next week's expiration, just be aware we have one last day next week. I got it when Cram mentioned. that's probably what happened when Kramer. I don't know how much they paid Kramer to do a whole segment on Bed Bath & Beyond, but Kramer did a whole segment on Bed Bath & Beyond, and the next day it went up. Coincidence? And here, I guess it worked because Michelle says she went long Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, Kramer says you have to hold your nose and buy the stock. Which, I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I know that the earnings report was based on past performance, old management, and everything like that. So I'm interested to see what the new CEO, new management team is going to do with the company. So, by, let's say, 6 months from now, we should have a better understanding of what they're doing, if it's working, if it's not working. Their guidance. The problem was their guidance. The one thing that I have with when a stock does earnings, their guidance was not there. So I don't know what their expectations are for the coming year, but sounds not good. But here we are. I'm long Bed Bath & Beyond anyways. Not because I wanted to, because it turned into a long position. looks like SPY's selling off a little bit. Yeah. Things are coming down a little bit. Let's see here. We got the week of the 20th. So next week we have some bigger earnings just to play. So what might be interesting is some run ups into earnings. So if we're looking at the week of the 20th, so Netflix has sold off quite recently, so that might be a good runner up into earnings. I don't anticipate Microsoft doing a whole lot. McDonald's has actually been running. Let me double check that though. I think McDonald's has been moving. Yeah, McDonald's moved really well here, so hopefully they have a good quarter, because last earnings recorded on McDonald's didn't do very well. Netflix. So Netflix might be good to. It did run, but it's pulled back. I'm hoping. Let's see what it is pre-market. It's at 331. I was hoping it was going to come back down here to like the 320 area, because I wanted to get long down here in the 320 area, but I don't think that's gonna happen a week before earnings. Usually people like to load up and ride it up until earnings. So this could be going up to 340. I want it to break 338 and stay up here, close above 338, and it hasn't been able to. It did break to like 343 area, 344, but it closed the next day underneath. So there was some McDonald's and Beyond news, I think. Yeah, Beyond. McDonald's has been trialing out Beyond products. They've rolled out a bigger test to 56, 50, 55, 56 more stores, which Beyond is also interesting to me as well. I've been looking at it, but you know, it did almost close this gap up in here, pushed it, you know, had a nice consolidation period, and now I'm going to see what happens up in here. So the thing is, I've been trying to. So Beyond has been a really good mover, but as a newer stock, I've been trying to. It seems like when I was trading it, I was getting in at the wrong times and I was having some losses. So that's why I've been very slow to trade it. So I'm just trying to learn it a little bit better, see how it moves, because I think it will be a good stock to trade in 2020 based on its movement. You know, I don't want to just get long. I don't want to just get short. I just want to learn how this stock actually moves so that I'm able to trade it successfully. But beyond I'm looking at as well. Johnson & Johnson has earnings next week, so this could be an interesting play after this massive run here. You know, might not go anywhere, so it might be a good premium selling opportunity. So for Tesla's earnings next Wednesday as well. I don't know if they have even a hint of missing one single expectation. I feel like this thing's gonna crater. But I mean, they could have a really good quarter, blow everything out of the water, and come out 550, 500, 525. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stay as far away from Tesla earnings. I might trade the aftermath. You know, implied volatility is relatively high on the weeklies. I mean, I thought this would be way higher. I mean, these are only 61%, 55%. I thought these were going to be like 150, 175 for these weeklies for next week. You know, 55%. Only 55% for next week. Earnings is next week. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird they're pricing it that way. They might be pricing it in a way that they think that the stock is not going to move at all because it ran so hard. You know? UNH, when is their earnings? Let's see here. UNH earnings is January 15th, in 2 days here. So United Healthcare, I mean, I think the thing is, when I see a stock like pre-earnings run like this, like it's been running, I feel like it's a good opportunity to sell premium because the stock has already moved a lot. The only time where this gets dangerous is if they don't meet the expectations. Obviously, this could fall really hard. I mean, I do like the run here. I do think the run was warranted. It moved. Healthcare was moving hard with the market here in January, and after last earnings, they were able to bounce out of this, you know, descending pattern here, and we were able to break out. It was able to break out above 270, which is good. The question is the earnings going to be good, which we don't know, and is this going to bounce down to 270 and bounce up? I mean, what's it going to do? Looks like it's in a holding period until earnings right here, but you know, I would say it's a little dangerous. It's a little dangerous. I mean, based on the chart, you want to be leaning bullish probably, but that's the thing with earnings. So last earnings, they beat earnings, EPS. Previous earnings, you see the previous earnings, not last earnings, but the earnings before that, they ran up pretty hard, and then earnings came out and they pretty much were flat. However, this earnings right here, it did form as the catalyst to their downtrend, so it wasn't enough to break them out, which is pretty interesting. With this last quarter here, they started off so low, and they had some huge buying right in here that pushed them over and out. So I would say for me, I would probably stay away from it because UNH, this is a little tricky. This is going to be a little tricky here. You know, they recovered from a downtrend, and now they're above that. They broke out pretty hard, looks like it's consolidating here. Might come back down to 280. The question is, are they going to meet expectations? Are they going to beat expectations? And what's the guidance going to be for the rest of the year? That's the most important thing. So you got to be careful. I do like the setup. I mean, if you were selling premium, I wouldn't buy premium in here. I'd more likely sell premium in here. But if this is a better opportunity down here, like if it's at 52-week lows or 52-week, it is currently at 52-week highs, but I like to, if it's at 52-week lows, I'll probably throw on a bullish strangle for earnings, because the chances of it hanging out at 52-week lows is rare. So I think it's low. So usually, like for last earnings, I would have put on like a bullish strangle, mainly because it was tapping down here at 52-week lows. It was bouncing, and it was having lower highs and moving up into earnings like this. Is a very, very bullish chart down here. So it was bouncing off of support down in here. Oh, you can't see that other. It was bouncing off of support down in here, and then was having some pretty bullish, I would say, consolidation, and then it ripped up on the earnings. So that would have been a bullish strangle here. Would have been the play. Also, I don't think I would want to sell. I don't want to sell premium in here right now because of how low implied volatility is. It's crazy to me that earnings seasons here and implied volatility is so low on these stocks. After they ran so high, I would expect it to be a lot higher, at least 80%. Give me 70%. This is only 37%. Earnings is in 2 days. That's terrible. What's implied vol going to be when it's over? Like, it's going to come down to 15%. I mean, I guess you could sell options in here, but it's expected to move at $10, which I think it could come down to 280, or it can move up to like 310 area. I think that the expected range for this week at $10 is low after running this high. So I would say it's kind of a gamble on UNH. I probably wouldn't touch it. Twitter's coming up on earnings next Thursday. Now this one's kind of interesting to me. I think Twitter is going to be, I don't know what the report's going to be, but I think it's going to be kind of tricky because people are not happy that Jack Dorsey is moving to Africa. He's not abandoning his company, but he's not going to be, I don't know how you can do this, is as a CEO of Square and Twitter, two public companies, getting the approval to move to Africa for an extended period of time. And I don't know, does that just mean he's going to be really mobile? Does that just mean that he's going to, I mean, what do you guys think about Jack Dorsey moving to Africa and being in charge of these two, let's say, pretty large companies? He's CEO of two public companies that are decently large. But it has been having some bullish consolidation. People got really freaked out last quarter. I'm a bit concerned that they banned political ads. So I'm concerned that the revenue is going to be low for this year. Facebook's going to be a lot higher, mainly because they're allowing political ads. This is election year. What do people spend a lot of money on election years? Is ads. I mean, that's all they're doing. Bloomberg and Trump are actually having Super Bowl ads this year. That's insane. That like, I don't know what that says about them or us as a country, but Bloomberg and Trump are having Super Bowl ads. I don't even know. Political ads at the Super Bowl. I would wish that they wouldn't do that, but I mean, if they have the money and they want to spend it there, why not, right? I think it's going to get them a different perspective on the world and this company in it. Yeah. But I like Twitter from the chart. The chart I like here. However, I'm not too thrilled with what the company is doing on the outside. America, that's why I want to. I want to see how different those two ads are going to be. I think it's going to be crazy. And I don't know, Bloomberg, Bloomberg, I don't understand his strategy really. His strategy so far has I don't really care about being at the caucuses. I don't really care about that. But I am going to spend a boatload of money on ads and hope people like me. I don't understand that. I don't understand how that works out. So far it's not really working out, you know. Right now he's just spending a lot of money. People want to be able to connect with a politician, and they can't. I don't think you can do that through an ad because an ad is so fake and staged. Like I saw a Bloomberg ad, and it was just I don't know. It doesn't make you like connect with them on a personal level. Just like hey, he got fired when he was 39, and then he created 20,000 jobs. Okay, what does that mean for anything? It's the ad. But like at the debate, if he's at the debate, you can kind of connect with those people because you kind of understand how they talk in real life, how they engage another person. And I think that's why they do it. But he doesn't care about any of that. He just wants to spend money on political ads. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. But we're gonna be seeing some political ads at the Super Bowl. Get excited. All right, we got a minute to open here. Let's go. SPCE, real quick. Looking to buy calls if it pulls back and finds support at 12. Oof. Yeah, I think you gotta wait. I think you gotta wait on this. The risk is too high for it to pull back, especially up in here. What is it trading at right now? Oh, it's down to 1305. I would be more. I would like to, if I was gonna buy calls here, it'd be like 11 and a half. Surprising Trump doesn't do halftime. He's gonna get his own Daniel. He's gonna get his own float for halftime. He's gonna do a halftime rally at the Super Bowl. I'm a Republican. I don't even understand how Trump connects with his voters. I was talking to my wife about this, and she didn't agree, but I was saying, the way that he talks alone, he connects with a lot of people because he talks like, I'm not saying he talks. I don't know if he does it on purpose or if that's how he really talks, but I would say Trump is more of a marketing guy. The way that he branded in the last election, whenever you thought about Hillary, you think about crooked Hillary, you think about Lion Ted Cruz. He was a branding, I don't want to call him, I don't know if it was a genius or whose idea was it. Was it his idea or somebody else's? I don't know. The question is he really that smart, or is he just trying to buy smart people? That kind of goes back to like the Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson kind of walked around as a feeble person and kind of was low key, but people that interacted with him on a business level, and they said that he was a genius. He was a mover and a shaker. He was the shark in the room. So you don't know. If you don't know them personally, it's really hard to judge people. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. We just see what's posted on social media and on the news. We don't actually connect with any of these human beings personally. So it's like, oh, market just opened up. Oh, Tesla's gonna retest this 500, 499, I guess. It hasn't actually ever broken 500. Oh, Roku's another one that I'm looking at right now. Roku is at, it's kind of hanging out down here. I'm interested. I want to see if it breaks below here or if it's going to stay here at 128. Right now it looks like it's staying here, but I do like Roku. Had a really bad week. Same with Netflix. So hopefully this can move on up. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. So my main plays right now, Boeing. and Roku. I'm currently looking at Tesla. I don't know. So much FOMO. I'm gonna trade it LK. Looking Coffee. This one's a tough one too. You know, Luckin Coffee announced that they were going to have a secondary offering, and the stock skyrocketed. so there we go. Looks like Bed Bath & Beyond is a little red right now. Let's see what happens. So, anyways, guys, fun hanging out. Do me a favor if you haven't yet. Hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus her.